Howdy gamers, how's it going? More big comes in Missouri today. I'm just back to talking about my videos. This video's a bit of a meme. So, I don't know why I named it Q&A, but I could never be fucked to change the thumbnail, so I've just kind of went with it. A Q&A implies there were questions asked. This was actually an FAQ. So, like, so I just wanted to answer questions people would ask me all the time. And one of them was how old I am. I think most people would guess I'm in my 30s or, like, older 20s. And I'm 21 years old. And I just kept getting, like, literally called a boomer. And I'm like, nah, I'm a lot younger than you might think I am. And that's something I wanted to clarify because I think I make videos and my humor, it's pretty immature at times. I think that's obvious. I made guides on how to make your stuff really bad. And I want to say this too, I forgot to say this earlier. So many of my videos were done so that way people would annoy their teachers on Zoom. And I think I'm single-handedly at least responsible for a couple thousands of those events. I almost taught people how to be an asshole to their teacher on Zoom. And that's kind of funny. I'm not gonna bullshit. It's pretty fucking funny. But I don't endorse it. Like, both of my parents are teachers. I've been around teachers. Generally, I think teachers are pretty good people. And I think that this quarantine stuff is it's a nightmare for them because they have a passion for teaching. I don't think you teach for the fucking money because there is none. You teach it because it's something you genuinely want to do, and it's a fairly selfless profession. So I think deliberately being a dickhead to someone, it's nearly the equivalent of being a dickhead to, like, someone volunteering in Africa. It's a fucking odd thing to do. So I don't endorse doing it. Like, I just don't be a dickhead to your teacher. Just shut the fuck up and just mute your mic in the Zoom thing. They can't force you to have your webcam on, so you don't have to pay attention at all, even if you're forced to go. Like, just don't be mean to your teachers, please. I love fucking with people. But it's kind of falls into the camp, too, of, like, I think if you fuck with, like, if you do pranks in public, then you're, like, a piece of shit. Like, sometimes it's okay. When it's strictly self-deprecating. Something like Eric Andre. I think it's fine, and it's hilarious. But 99.9% of those things are not that. But, like, whenever you're getting people to laugh with you, and they have an open means to leave anytime they want, which Eric Andre almost always did, and there are some examples of people doing that. You can do stuff in public, but, like, get the people to laugh with you. If you're taking advantage of annoying people in public, you're a piece of shit. And that's kind of in that fucking ballpark. Yeah, so that's about it. I kind of went on a tangent there, I apologize. Next thing is my Cringe 2014 Kickstarter. I like this video a lot. So the reason I like this video is not for how well I did the video, it's just for the fact that, like, so many people shit talk Kickstarters, and it's like, I made one of the fucking awful Kickstarters. Like, I'm responsible partially. So it was just fun looking back on it, shit talking myself, having a good time. And it also made the copy pasta, which is a lot of fun. I did that to myself because I had the entire script written out in the description. So, what are you gonna do? This is my first YouTube drama. Now I'm gonna get an opportunity to talk about Wizard Yensid. Wizard Yensid is some guy who plays Fortnite, and he does a really bad sounding mic. I will say this once again. A lot of people in this dog shit video, or the loud one, or the funny mic thing, were like, yo, Wizard Yensid gang, rep. And I'm like, before I made the funny mic video and it blew up, I had no idea who Wizard Yensid is. And I don't mean that as a fucking insult. I just never have played Fortnite. I get it. I've tried it. It's not my thing. Everything about the community in the game I think is horseshit. But who gives a fuck? Play what you want. Sell your soul to the Chinese overlords. I don't give a shit. I kind of do. But whatever. Okay. So he got really upset at me because he thought I was copying off of him and I was taking advantage of the meme he's done to farm views on YouTube. Which wasn't true. And I think that's proven by the fact of I didn't know who the fuck he was. Like, it wasn't even like, sometimes you can accidentally steal something from someone subconsciously, and that wasn't it. And in that video, I talked about, like, I started doing that from the fucking Samuel Hyde videos, because he's been doing the shitty mic thing for, like, 4 or 5 years now, and it was just from that's it. Just from, like, shitty 4chan/poll memes. That's it. This one, I had an old channel, so like I said, I made videos since I was a little kid, and some of the videos from when I was, like, 11 or 12 or 13 or something survived, and they were really bad. And you'd have to consider, okay, they were done in, like, 2012, which I think out of all of the existence in humanity, the most accurate usage of cringe was then. Like, that was the worst time to be human. Was about 2012 to about 2014, because that was when, like, rage comics were a thing. While I didn't personally like rage comics, because I was very much, ever since I was a kid, I drank the 4chan Kool-Aid about Reddit being ass. I still think Reddit's ass, but whatever. That was, like, the worst time on the internet. Like, everything was awful. Like, Random XD was the overlaying theme. It was really bad. So it's just some videos that I made that were pretty yikes. This guy's a piece of shit. Next one's about the Jester guy. So I've been using the name Jester since I've been 8 years old. I got the name Jester because I had a buddy named Techman. We were both little kids at the time. So I knew this guy since I was 8. And at one point, I think it was about 11 years old, before I used a name called Hammerrudies. That was the name of the human paladin I had in World of Warcraft. And that was just the name people called me on TeamSpeak. And he was like, yo, go fuck with this guy. And so, like, I did that, and he's like, yo, you should have it be Jester, because you're going to be like a court jester messing with them. So I changed my name to Jester so that we didn't know it was me messing with them. And he was like, yo, okay, you can change your name back to Hammerrudies now. And I'm like, nah, I kind of like Jester better. So I just kind of stuck with Jester. And it's pretty much been that ever since. And Jester Jones wasn't something I actually started using until pretty recently. And that was because at some point in the last 10 years, everyone and their mother renamed themselves to Jester. And the vast majority of the people that do it because they think it's edgy. I do not know why. Why are so many edgy people, and I'm pretty edgy myself, like, why are so many edgy people allured to the name Jester? It's such a weird thing. I feel like it'd be the opposite, but fucking whatever. So yeah, that guy essentially, he makes 3 a.m. challenge videos, and he has the name Jester. So I couldn't have my YouTube be named just Jester, because then it's dog shit. So now I go by Jester Jones. Whatever. Fuck him. He just makes garbage manipulative content for children. Alright, next video. I just kind of left it as clickbait. This is pretty much clickbait. I've played a lot of hentai games on Steam, and I kind of wanted to talk about them. And I think about 2 minutes in, I was scratching my nuts and accidentally, like, pulled one, and it hurt really bad. So I just kind of bitched about that for the last 2 minutes. It's just, yeah. This is one of my favorite videos, because, like, it was like therapy doing this. I've never been public about my escapades into being a man whore before. And I should clarify now that I'm not trying to come across as this, like, Giga Chad alpha male shit. Like, people are like, yo, dude, I fuck. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm talking about in this video isn't that. It's just some degenerate stuff I used to do. And I had this really big cuck fantasy. And I don't mean cuck like I wanted to be cucked. I wanted to be the bull, which explains the thumbnail. I wanted to be the guy that fucks the guy's girlfriend. Now, why would I do that? I don't know. That's a pretty piece of shit thing to do. You can make them break up with their boyfriend and then date them after. But the problem was that didn't get my dick as hard. So, you do shitty stuff as a teenager. What are you gonna do? At least I wasn't murdering people. I don't know, dude. We all fucked up stuff. That was the shitty stuff I did. I don't like these. Okay, so the next one is advice to small creators. I'm not real crazy about these videos. This was a start where I started making multiple videos on advice videos, on how to do YouTube stuff, or how to do streaming stuff. And I don't like these videos as much anymore. And it was a single comment that made me not like any of the videos, where it's like, yo, dude, for someone that makes, like, videos as bad as you do, and with relatively to other people as small as a following as you do, making advice videos comes across as really egotistical. And I'm like, you know, you're right. But it's like, I still have things I genuinely want to say about it. And I'm glad I made the videos, but at the same time, I kind of regret them. And at the same time, too, I think that the people who are really well off and have a big following and make advice videos on starting out are the worst fucking people to hear about, because those people have the largest disconnect from actually getting started. And so I wanted to capitalize on, this is the best time I think anyone can make videos and advice on as a small fucking content creator. And so I made those videos. And that's about it for this one. I'm actually surprised in, like, how much I'm talking about this. I was expecting this to be like 2 or 3 videos at most, but it's looking to be like 4 or 5 at least, maybe more. Jesus Christ. Okay, regardless though, gamers, have a good one. See you tomorrow.